Hello everybody and welcome on today's video. Today we are going to have a look at this tree. I did some air layering technique with aluminum wire 2 years ago on it, and last year I took it out of the pot to see if this worked, and the results were absolutely not spectacular, probably because of the ring in aluminum that was too small. So I said, let's give it another year. So I put it back in the pot, and now I want to see what I can do, how the roots turned out, and if it is maybe time to do something a little more drastic. So the tree is out of the pot, and I can see some new roots emerging from here. And well, here we have a look at the aluminum wire. But still, the roots are not spectacular. It's better at the back. There we have some new roots. And here again you can see the wire. Well, it did something, that's for sure, but not the fine, nice root spread that I expected. So I'm going to wash this out, and that's an interesting root. I'm going to wash this off, and well, then we'll have a better view. So this is what we have at the moment. There's some new roots emerging from here. A nice little one here. Well, it's a healthy root. A few here, and a few came out where they should have come out, but not a lot. In the front it's quite poor. In the back, on the other side, it's doing much better. Maybe the root formation was better where the tree was in the shadow. Anyway, I think this tree has enough roots to survive, so I think I'm just going to cut back above the aluminum rings. And of course try not to damage the new roots. And then for the bigger one I'm going to need bigger pliers to do this quickly off camera. So this whole thing is a little more complicated than I thought, because the wires, well, they grew in between the roots, and it's not easy to get them out. And because I can't get them out decently, I'm a little worried about my pliers. So I slowly nibble my way to the wire so that I can remove them. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Just bit by bit. So I intend to leave as much of the roots above the air layer part as possible, of course, but really come back to this point where you see that there is a sugar base, and just get some of the bark off here, and probably the tree will grow new roots from that spot. So these are the roots the tree still has. I made quite sharp cuttings here, and I hope that some new roots will now emerge from these spots. And to help this process a little, I'm going to apply some rooting hormone there. And if this does not help, well, it won't harm the tree anyway. But I think that this tree has every chance of survive, because these are more than enough roots for this tree. The question is the question is a little different. I wonder if I'm going to have the roots I want, not for the survival of the tree, but for the aesthetic aspect of the tree. Will they emerge where I'd like them to emerge? And that's a question that we can only answer next year. Anyway, if you see, this is the perfect moment to do it. The buds are not just swelling their opening. That means that the sap stream is at 100%. So let's pot this tree up. The tree is now in its pot back, and well, I hope he will do fine. I think he will. It's potted up a little too deep because, well, it's quite wiggly, and maybe I put some stones on it to fix it. Anyway, this will only make the moisture in the pot a little more consequent and constant. So this is better for this tree. On the other hand, another thing that I am quite pleased about is that the tree grew well. We have already some nice primary branches, and some ramification is coming. And well, I think I'm going to prune back some branches now. So unlike trees like maples, Carpinus trees have buds that go one and one and one, always on in another direction. So this is again something we must use. So this branch, I want it to go this way, so I'm going to leave this bud, so cut back to here. This is the top. Is this a bud? No, this is a dead stump, so that's shame. But this might become a nice top for the tree. And I'm just going to prune back all the branches up to the point where they're pointing in the direction that I want them. There's quite a big branch here. Strange thing. I let it grow to close the wounds, but it grew down, which is completely useless. So it's maybe better to remove this immediately and make a flat cut. So I'll continue the pruning of this tree. This is a little dead stump. It's better to get rid of that. This is growing inside the tree. You see? So this is not good. This is not good. This is good, but should be a little shorter. Same here and here. So there's not really a whole lot to do. Cutting back what you need, well, up to the point where you need it, and remove what you do not need. And doing this will surely help a lot in the future. So this is the front. Maybe this branch is a crossing branch, so I have another one here, so I think I'm going to remove that one and Keep the other. And I think this will do. This is starting to look like a little broom. Nah, this is too long and straight. Much better. Okay. So this concludes the work on this Carpinus tree. Well, I think he's gonna be okay. Little guy, yeah. I think he's gonna be okay. I'm going to put him in the shade anyway for a week or two. I think it will be better and a little more secure. And well, we'll see next spring how the roots turned out. In the meantime, thank you for watching and see you next time.